Hey everyone, welcome back to the Brain Soul Success Show. This is a solo podcast. I want to share a story with you to inspire you about your own divine redirection. So I want you to think about what is it that you want coming up in the new year. And I just have to share this story. It's been on my heart for like a month now. Yeah. Anyway, here's what happened. It was a shamanic journey, but I didn't know that it was that when I started. So I started out of my way to Denver to go see my daughter and my grandson. He's 7 months now, and I'm driving on I-25, and I've driven that road many, many, many times. And I'm just outside of Santa Fe, and all of a sudden this thud hits my car, and it was a hawk. I think it looked like an owl face at first, and I was like, "Wow, what is that?" And it hit the bumper and it cracked the bumper. So it didn't die. I kept driving and I was like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I was like, he's going to be fine. And I didn't really know what had happened to my bumper of my car. Thank goodness he didn't hit the windshield. I guess that's what typically happens. Well, I kept driving, then I went to the gas station and there was a crack in my bumper, feathers there, and then like some icky brown stuff on the bumper. I think it might have been blood, actually. Anyway, I cleaned that all off and I kept going and I knew there was a meaning for that. So when I had a chance to stop, I looked it up and it said that when you're hit by a hawk, you're on the right spiritual path. And I'm like, oh, that's good. I'm on the right spiritual path. And so I kept going, and it was a long drive. There was a lot of traffic in Denver. And so then I finally got to my daughter's house, and we had a great weekend. We had a great time. It was wonderful to be with Ethan. He is 7 months now. I guess 8 months now, 8 months old, and just a cutie pie. And that was all amazing and wonderful. And, I take a break. I get to be with my family. I still answer texts and everything, but that was great. But that definitely was sort of a redirection, if you will, and a spiritual intervention, I guess you could say. So then on the way home, it was predicted that there would be snow, but it was raining in Denver. And then it wasn't snowing until I got to Colorado Springs. And so that's about an hour and a half out of Denver. And it kept getting worse, actually. And I'm from Chicago, so I'm okay driving in the snow, and it's the highway. So it's not icy, but it was very hard to see, and it was kind of blowing snow. And then I get to Trinidad and they closed I-25 and it was a mess. There were trucks parked, they didn't even know where to go, like on the side on the ramp. And so there was only one little lane for cars to get through, and there was one gas station right there. And so everyone is parked in this gas station. I thought, okay, I better get gas in the car because who knows when I'll be able to do that again. And so everybody's getting gas. And then I pulled over and I'm trying to look up like road conditions. And then I call my daughter and I said, "Can you like look up road conditions for me? Are they going to open this road? What should I do? Should I stay here in Trinidad or should I come back to see you?" And so my kids decided it would be fine for me to go north and then to go through a little town called Walsenburg, which actually does go through a mountain pass as well. And then there's a road that goes to Taos. And we used to live in Taos for 7 years. And so they're like, "Yep, check the roads out. You should be fine." And so I drove all the way back north on I-25, and now I'm going through La Vita Pass. And the snow is blowing, and it's hard to see, but it's not sticking. The roads aren't icy or anything. So you just have to go slow. And I get through the pass, and now it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's the weekend we changed the clocks. So now it's starting to get dark, but the sun is setting and it's shining through the clouds. And there was no snow. There was little white patches in the mountains that were absolutely beautiful, but the roads were dry. And it was like, I don't know, it's like an angel was sent. And here I am. It was beautiful. So I finally could like relax a little bit while I'm driving, and I turned some music on and I was singing. And now I'm on my way to Taos. Well, that road goes through a little town called Cuesta. And we actually lived in Cuesta when I first moved to New Mexico when I was really sick. So I'm driving down through, through this little teeny tiny town, and I'm seeing the gas station we used to go to, and there was the old school play yard, and it literally was like a trip down memory lane. I'm like, oh yeah, there's that. And I'm starting to think about when the kids were little, when we moved here. I think Becky was like 7 or 8, and Andy was just turning 5. And so they were young when we were up there. And now I'm driving again, and then I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get to go through Taos. I used to live in Taos for 7 years. And I thought this will be, kind of nice. Well, it was dry for a while, and then it started raining again and kind of sleeting. And then when I got to Taos, I stopped at a gas station again, and now they rerouted the road again. So there's another detour, another redirection. And my GPS took us around the plaza, it's called. And I'm again tripped down memory lane. I'm going, wow, there's the Civic Plaza. Wow, it looks a little different. Did they change it? Wow, there's that restaurant. Where's that store? Oh no, they put a super saver in. Right? In a little town, you want the small businesses to thrive. And so I'm just thinking about times that we were, all the good times that we had there. And it was beautiful, even though it was raining and now it's dark out. And then I had to drive through the canyon. And so the canyon is, I don't know if anybody's ever driven this, but anyway, it's a one lane little road through a canyon. It's very well taken care of. They usually sand it in the winter time. So it's not slippery and stuff. So they do a pretty good job on this road, but now it's kind of sleeting and raining, and it's dark. It's like 8 o'clock at night, and it is dark, and so you had to drive slow. And if you're not following someone, you're trying to see where you're going. So anyway, I'm driving through this canyon, and I am praying that I am safe and my car is safe and all of that. And so finally I get through the canyon, and now I'm going through Espanola and on the way home. Anyway, it took me 12 hours that day. So I was in the car for 12 hours. It should be 6. Okay. It was 12 hours in the snow, in the rain, in the sun, detours everywhere. And I started really thinking about it. I was grateful to be home, right? Texted everybody. And I thought, wow, there has to be some meaning to this past almost shamanic journey that I was on. And I was thinking about this and want to invite all of you to think about, some past experiences which are going to come up because it's the holidays, right? So you're going to be thinking about some past loved ones, or things that have happened through the holidays. And just know that you're on your divine redirection, that path that you thought you were on, if you're being redirected, and there were all these detours that I kept coming up against, right? That day, that really it means that I'm protected and I'm just being redirected. And it's also a lesson in pausing, to have faith and patience uh, in the timing of all that. So I just had to relax, use my tools, use my brain soul success hacks, and realize that I was going to be protected and I was fine. And it's also a new opportunity for growth. So anytime you hit a bump, a detour, in your life, in your business, it really just means you're being redirected in some way. And so follow that, listen to your heart during those times, and realize that it's okay. And if you need to let go of something, let go and allow the new thing or the new opportunity or the new hire, whatever it is, to come into your life, so you can up level. And that's what I'm thinking. But it was really quite quite an experience. Definitely wouldn't want to have to do that again. But I got to tell you, it was a speed bump because I am in a different whole place now. I am up leveling. There are new opportunities coming in. There's amazing connections coming into my life and in my brain soul success business. And so I want to encourage you all to take a really, good look at your goals and your intentions for 2025 and reflect on the past patterns. So a lot of times when we're reflecting on the past, we're looking to see the patterns of how we either handled things or things that happened at that time. And if you can start identifying the patterns, you can look at what you liked, what worked, what didn't work, what do you want to change? right? You can really take a good reflection on that. And I encourage you to journal too. So do some journaling over the holidays and take a look at that. And then next time I will share with you a New Year's activity that I do every year that helps me. And I look back on that too and look at my growth from year to year to year when I do this activity. So, and I want to thank all of you so much and wish you a wonderful, wonderful holiday. So, thank you for tuning in to the Brain Soul Success Show. Please do, rate, subscribe, review. I love to hear from you. There's certain shows that you really like and you want more of, or different speakers. Please let me know that too, because we're here for you. Right? I am here for you. Said I love, love, love interviewing people. But if you want more of, Dr. Louise and what I can share with you, I can do that as well. So again, let me know what you'd like, and I look forward to an awesome 2025. Be a couple more new ones coming out here, and then we are scaling up this podcast. So be ready because it's coming. All right, everybody. I love you so much, and remember, follow your heart and take your brain with you.